Alright, hey everybody, I am philosoraptor42. How you guys doing? Alright, no ordering pizza while I'm running. Alright, so we're going to be playing StarTropics and Chippendale Rescue Rangers today. I expect all the dankest of your memes, okay chat, so let's do this, right? So speaking of the dankest of your memes, there you go. Alright, so time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is, if you've never heard of this game, this is the story of Mike Jones, who we are playing, taking a summer vacation to go visit his uncle on Sea Island. And so we're heading to the town of Corocola to do that. And we're going to talk to some people, because we have to. But what we're going to find out is our uncle has been kidnapped. And rather than all of the adults of the town and the island doing something about it, they say, hey, 14-year-old Mike, why don't you go handle it for us? Because why not? Because they're all responsible adults here. And logic, of course. I'm an ace pitcher, so why not use a yo-yo? Okay. Now off to talk to some more people. Because unfortunately we have to talk to a certain group of people in order to get through to the next part of the game. And so our uncle is Dr. Jones. So, yeah. And I accidentally talked to him twice, awesome. So this run's getting started really well. Alright. So now we've got the shaman. Yay, the shaman. And no, it's not that she's holding a croissant or something, that's her hand. Alright, first dungeon time. Now we get to see the yo-yo in action. I missed him. Well, not the most optimal, but we'll go with it. So, I mean, most of the speedrun of StarTropics is more or less just knowing what to kill and optimal movement and things like that. There aren't too many tricks, per se. This stage has one of them, which we'll be seeing. If any of the people that generally watch my stream are here, they'll know what's coming up. So this game's all about like secret switches and secret walls and secret everything, which can be frustrating as a kid, of course, if any of you have played this as a kid, like I did. When it starts hiding the secrets from you and they're not super obvious. Bat, why you troll me so? It's alright, I don't need full health for the boss. So we're coming up on the boss in the next room, which is right here. And here's the first trick. Take a hit, and skip the boss. And that's called using invincibility frames to your advantage. How about that? First dungeon in the books. This is Babu. We're going to blame everything on Babu from here on out. Hashtag blame Babu. Babu gives me the startup code for the submarine, and then won't tell me what's going on, because he's afraid. Or because it's his fault. So here we have the subsea, and Rob the robot. And that's it for Chapter 1. So let's see. 4:30, chapter 1. That's not bad. Alright, so now we're sailing along, and we've got this dolphin that's like, hey, I know you don't speak dolphin, but hey. So the subsea apparently speaks dolphin. So, alright. We tell her, yes, we'll find your son, and she leaves. And now we get introduced to caverns that we can sail under to go through portions of the map. And we talk to her to trigger this bottle she talks about right here, because we need it. This is what I like to refer to as Deus Ex bottle, because we're kind of stuck where we're at right now. But because of this bottle, we will no longer be stuck where we're at. Because this bottle is a note from Dr. Jones to give me the ID code to allow the submarine to be a submarine and submerge. So we'll get back on the subsea, we'll give Rob the robot here the code, and submerge system is engaged. And then we can do stuff like this. Yay. Now because this is any percent, we don't get no stinking extra big hearts. So straight to the dungeon we go. So we don't got time for Muddy Mud Skipper, so we're gonna kill him. Ah, I missed him. Oh well. Bat isn't going to come down far enough. Sometimes that happens. I can usually stay on the same course and kill all those bats in one kind of swoop, but that bat didn't cooperate so much. And that's a really tight jump there, because that thing is about to fall, or about to submerge when I get there. Alright. So, we're going to come up on the first time we damage boost in this game, which is right here, with the on-purpose damage boost, but since that bat's in the way, I'm going to get hit. Nope, good, he moved, actually. So here's walking through walls, introduced in this portion of the game. And we'll go ahead and get the baseball bat ready, because we're just going to walk up here and hit them all at once. Ah. Alright, not bad. And walking through another wall, how about that? Like I said, this game is all about the secrets. And hidden things, and getting snowmen. Ah, troll. Hey, it's the dolphin, which means we're at the boss. So this is Octo the Huge. Octo just kind of like chills out back there and spits balls at you. And eventually what he'll do is that. So we have these snowmen that we can do that, and then just go work him over for a while. And then get the one cycle. And rescue the dolphin. Wow, we did it. Alright. We did it. So now off to reunite the dolphin child with the dolphin mom. And now they show me how to get out of here. Yay. And chapter 2 done. Alright, so this is being timed a hair differently. So this would actually have been sub 10, which is good for me. For marathons, we start at the name select screen, or the file select screen, but for runs, for actual runs and for actual timing, we actually start using the SDA rules, where we start right when we gain control of Mike. So that's about a 9-second difference. So when I'm talking about times that look different, it's because I'm subtracting 9 seconds from the time that I'm looking at on the screen here to get my actual time if I were playing this on my stream. So now chapter 3 here, this is the longest chapter, and it's also one of the hardest. So if there's a spot that I'm going to die at all, it's going to be here in this chapter. Come on. Especially with these monkeys. In the room of more monkeys. Oh, this room went really well. Oh, come on, monkey, stop it. There we go. Well, other than that monkey, this room went really well. So I'm going to do something a little yellow here, and I'm not going to. There's a set of hearts, 2 hearts here, and I'm not going to get them because I did really well here. So I'm going to save the time by not getting those hearts and see what happens. So this, of course, this chapter introduces rooms that are dark until you hit a specific switch that turns them light again. Wow, I did really well. That was sub 12:10. Almost. It was about 12:10, 12:11. That's really good. This is PB Pace Boys so far, but it's a little early to be really excited about it yet. So this is Miracola, another town where we've got to annoyingly talk to a lot of people in order to progress. So yes, we're from Miracola. Like this guy who's like, I'm a brave sailor, I want to go with you. Oh, you died at sea? Never mind. And now we learn about Bananette, who is sick apparently. So now we got to talk to this girl, who is Miss Mira, and we lie to her and say she's better looking than Miss Coral. Well, actually, they look the same. Obviously, they're sprites, but we have to tell her that in order to progress. He tells us about some Castle of Shikola. Foreboding. Now we get to talk to the chief. Alright, so this is another video game logic area. So he's like, I'm this primitive islander. Help my daughter and I'll fix your complicated submarine. Okay. Whatever, dude. Maybe he just knows some guys, I don't know. Yeah, I'm Mike, let me through. Hi, sick in bed Banana, you're asleep? Alright, cool. So in order to actually leave town through the other exit, which we have to, you actually have to go creep on Banana while she's asleep, so... Okie doke. Moving along. So this chapter actually has like 5 dungeons. This is the second one. It's one of the reasons it's the longest. We're just going to take the hit through these guys for speed purposes. So those stars, 5 of them give you an extra heart. I'm not going to really worry about it. I must have made a mistake. Ooh, that's right. I'm dumb. Sorry. So that death was completely my fault. I jumped the wrong direction for some reason. Okay, so first death. I had to think about what went wrong there for a second. I think I jumped the wrong way. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get the slingshot ready, because a few screens up, I'm going to need it to kill some of these flies really quick. Oh, that was close. Alright, there's some hearts here. I'm going to go ahead and get them. So, like I said, all the secrets. I'm going to see if I can turn around before I hit these stairs. There we go. That's pretty close to a frame-perfect trick there. And it gets you already facing the right direction and saves you from having to turn around after you get down the stairs. So here's the room I wanted the slingshot equipped for. So I can just kill those real quick, otherwise they take 2 yo-yo shots. And I just killed him for the swag. And now Magma Boss. This is... it's an interesting mechanic, but I think it's the most ridiculous boss in the game, really. And I already messed up the movement. Awesome. Yeah, I already way messed this boss up. Oh my god. Now you see me have to do this with the yo-yo. That was close. That's the first time in a while I've messed that boss up. So, yay. So I've already died twice. There, that means I can't. I should hopefully not die the rest of the game. Otherwise, rip PB. All right, we're going good now. So the mechanics behind this boss are basically you hit these things, and then he falls into the water and dies. Why this fire boss was suspended precariously over a lake, I don't know, but there you go. Yeah, tried to do the turnaround and messed it up. Oh well. So that's second dungeon in the books. Alright, so now we're coming up on Chikola. That's that castle there. Chikola is named Chikola because it's a town entirely of women, and only women are allowed. So what you would normally do casually is you'd go there, they wouldn't let you in, you'd walk around, you'd find on the other side of the castle, on the outside, there's this staircase, you go down it, and then there's a fortune teller who lost her crystal ball. So we're just skipping talking to her and going straight for the crystal ball. third dungeon. Yeah, these things are a pain in the butt. Getting hit once isn't so pain. Sometimes you get stuck walking like that, which is probably, I think, the one thing is, if I had to complain about the way this game plays, is that movement is so stiff. Oh, I didn't know both of them were there. Oh crap! But movement is so stiff that you can very easily get stuck and not be able to move for a second. All right, so this room may look kind of empty, but it's actually not. I'm moving in a specific pattern here so that the invisible ghosts in this room don't hit me. And actually, crap. And I hope you enjoy beat percent, because this isn't the last time, probably. So this room here also is another room where there's invisible ghosts. So I'm going to be waiting at specific spots to hopefully miss all the ghosts as they're flying around the room. And I did it. Good. And also, there's one more ghost that flies through right there, so I jump and avoid it. So there's an item that's like a rod that will allow you to see the ghosts, and I just don't have one right now. And there probably is a way to get one before you get to those rooms that makes you go out of the way to get it, so we don't. I wait just a portion of a second there so I don't get hit by that. And then this has the ultimate craftness here. This is a room that's dark and has descending platforms. Alright, good. It's pretty loud in here if you couldn't hear the sick beats in the background. So I was... Oh good, I got a good hand RNG. Sometimes the hand will wait and spawn behind you, and it's annoying. I'm almost out of beat percent territory, so don't worry. Come on, where are you going? That was kind of suboptimal, but whatever. Alright, now we're out of beat percent. And hopefully we will stay that way. Alright, so we got a rod earlier, and this is what I'm talking about. You use it, and now you can see the ghosts. Which we need to, because we need to kill these to progress. And in here we got some more. And here we got some more of these. Oh, they're going to both come after me. I'm going to do this just to be safe and not lose my health there. Alright, so now we got this mirror-looking thing because just like more Zelda similarities, we've got whiz robes. And here we got the worst room in this dungeon, Oh Mummies, here. And we gotta hope. Alright. Cool. So killing one of the mummies, a specific mummy opens the door, and you just kind of gotta hope that they move in a pattern where you kill it before it's the last one, just so it's quicker. Oh man, the whiz robes are doing me a solid today. Alright, boss time. Wait, where's the boss? There's the boss. Oops. Get back here. Alright, so he's trolling me pretty hard right now. Alright, so all I really care about is when it comes to this fight is getting out of it with at least 2 hearts. Which I did. Because in the beginning of the next dungeon you get 4 hearts, which will get you back up to 6 hearts. And I'm going to be about to get a weapon upgrade that requires you to be at least at 6 hearts to be able to use. So even with the 2 deaths, I'm actually doing pretty good time-wise, I think. And there's the crystal ball down there. It's a 20, but sub 2530 is not bad for here. Get the crystal ball. Oops, wow. That walk-up was suboptimal. Alright, now we're going to go to Shikola now that we actually have the crystal ball. And so she's going to... That lady in the pink up there would guard that door from being able to go into it, because we're a boy. We're a Nicky boy. But thankfully, the fortune teller is so happy to get her crystal ball back, she helps us out. So, she cross-dresses us. Now we got pigtails and a red dress. And now we go to enter Shikola, and she says, "You must be from Radicola," and lets me in. Now we're going to go talk to the Queen. So we're Michelle now. Make her think we have a cold. And now we get the shooting star, the weapon upgrade I was talking about. So the shooting star requires you to have at least 6 hearts filled, or 6 hearts filled to use. So if you fall below 6 hearts, you go back to the regular yo-yo. So that's why I was saying that I needed to finish the Ghost Village with at least 2 hearts, because there's only 4 hearts in the next dungeon, so without me having to stop and farm, I wouldn't have the shooting star through there. Or potentially at the start of the last dungeon, which is very bad, actually. And well, I mean, it's more than anything. As the shooting star kills things in 1 hit, that would take 2, kind of a thing. Alright, so here we got the 4th dungeon. This thing is really short. So, we learned from the warrior, the head of the warrior, or the warrior head, or whatever, that if we jump 10 times here, that happens. Now, obviously, if you don't talk to the head warrior chick, that will never happen. And the shooting star also has range, if you saw that, which is amazing. Kills Muddy Mudskipper here in 1 hit. And 4th dungeon in books. That's a pretty short one. Now the last dungeon in chapter 3. So the only trick to this dungeon really is keep the shooting star. So I gotta hopefully not get trolled by enemies, because there's these enemies in here that will try and troll me. And these guys only take 3 hits with the shooting star, which is pretty awesome. Make them much easier to deal with. Now we got the sinking platforms after you stand on them for too long. That's a new mechanic introduced into this dungeon. Now we're going into the crappiest room in this whole dungeon, which is this next one coming up. And if I'm going to take any hits in this dungeon, it's probably going to be here. Because these guys will just kind of appear out of nowhere. Alright, I'm just going to take my time there and not get hit by those guys because that sucks. So kill him to open the door. Now there's hearts here, but since I'm at full, I don't need them, so we're going to save the time and skip them. And we're going to sit here for a second because there's these guys. There's 1, and then 2. Alright, so people who watch my stream know now I got to deal with the gross eyeball monster. The middle one, which is this guy that I'm right next to now, is the one that opens the door, like that. Oh, that was close. He tried me. We have one more room with the gross eyeball monster to deal with, in a couple of rooms here. I'm going to make sure I don't get hit by that guy. So here, depending on the way this guy paths, okay, cool. I won't have to kill him. Sometimes he paths a little bit differently, and I have to kill him. But, so here's the next room with the gross eyeball monster. Dunsies. Alright. So this chapter also, and this stage in particular, introduces the hidden path through the wall that isn't kind of painfully obvious with a dark spot. Like, how would you know you can walk through that wall right there, right? And last dungeon in the books for this chapter. Yay, we did it. We got the Scroll of Obob, or Abob. And now, run, run, hurry, hurry. Run, run, hurry, hurry. To get back to the town. Run, run, hurry, hurry. Now we're going to wake up Bananette. So he's ordered the repair of my ship from who? I don't know, but whatever. It's fixed. We got a subsea again. And chapter 3 over. Yay. Pretty good time so far, too. But I've got plenty of chapters ahead that can ruin it, so we're not going to get too cocky just yet. Alright, so chapter 4. Chapter 4 is the best chapter in the whole game. So, and the reason chapter 4 is the best chapter in the whole game, no dungeon whatsoever. It's just all moving around. So this is the chapter of optimal movement, which I hopefully will perform. So he tells me somebody was looking for me and sailed off east, so we will go after him, because why not? And it's weird, the island kind of looks like a fish or a whale or something, huh? That's kind of weird, right? That can't possibly be foreshadowing or anything. Whoops! Just got 8. And hey, blame Babu. This is Babu's fault. So now Babu tells me that Dr. Jones, who has no time for love right now, is kidnapped by aliens. So Awesome. Aliens. But here we are inside the belly of Jabu Jabu here. And Jabu Jabu apparently has diving spots for submarines. So if you guys are all into NES games, I'm part of a Twitch team called Best of NES. Great bunch of guys, amazing NES speedrunners. You can check out the team, check out the people. I highly recommend it. So there's not really much to talk about as far as, you know, as far as the Jabu Jabu level here is concerned. It's just get the lighter, the massive Bic lighter that's as big as you are, by the way, as you saw, and then go back to Babu. And set his raft on fire, so whatever happens, he's stuck. Which serves him right. Meanwhile, we get spit out by the whale and land on this island with no broken legs. Because, of course. Alright, so now he said something about dipping the water dipping the letter in water. Ah, shoot, went the wrong way. So, suboptimal there. So, you actually, when you bought this game new, it came with a letter from Dr. Jones. And if you actually took that letter physically and dipped it in water, it would reveal the 747 code. So that's kind of what that's talking about there. That was a kind of neat little thing, but if you ever bought the game used without the letter, you were kind of hosed back in the day. If you did that before the internet, you know. So, or if you rented this game, for example, too. If any of you are old enough to remember renting video games from like Blockbuster or something. But I bought my copy off of eBay, what I'm playing on right now, and it did come with the letter, so that was kind of cool, I thought. You don't see that too often. All right, now, so this is probably my actual real favorite chapter in the whole game. I joke about the last chapter being it because there's nothing, there's no dungeon and nothing to fight, and so it's just a cakewalk chapter. But this is probably actually really my favorite chapter. The dungeon is kind of unique in regards to all the other dungeons because it's more about avoiding traps than it is about like slaughtering countless monsters. So, I mean, there is slaughtering still, of course, but it's more about trying to avoid traps, kind of like, you know, Indiana Jones style and stuff, which is kind of cool. Not to mention, if any of my followers are in chat, this is the realm of the lewd parrot that we will see here in a few minutes after I cruise through yet another town and talk to people. This is Belcola, the last town we will have to cruise through and talk to people in, thankfully. So this island was protected by Captain Bell, a British sea captain. As you saw him from the outside, his boat is blocking the strait that somehow, I guess, protected this island from being attacked or something. But the boat is blocking our way through to get to the next area, so we can't have that. So we're gonna figure out how to get past that. I like this guy. This guy's like, I'm not sure I can trust you. Yes, you can. Okay, sure, I'll trust you. So there's a secret to opening the strait, but we need the help of Peter. Peter being the lewd parrot. And you'll see why he's the lewd parrot right now. We're going to go talk to Mr. Lewd Parrot himself. And it's going to fly by, but lewd parrot. We give him a gift of the worm, and he says, Doomy, so far doomy. Lewd parrot. Ah, and I just talked to him again. Oh man. Oh well, at least it's pretty quick. And now because we put in that stupid 747 code, every time we board the subsea, we have to be subjected to that dialogue, which is frustrating. Now, while doomy, so far doomy, might sound like it's just the parrot being lewd for no good reason, it's actually a semi-subtle clue as to how you progress into this chapter. And it's kind of clever because if you don't know anything about music, it means nothing to you. And it's actually a musical clue, is what it is. And I'm about to show you how it is. So we're going to go into this shrine, and there's this gigantic organ. Giggity. So do, mi, so, fa, do, mi. And that opens the fire, somehow. So this game was pretty clever for its time, I like to think. I mean... So I hope I saw some lewd, or we saw some lewd parrot stuff in chat. If it were my stream, I have the Frankervate. I made some Frankervate Z emotes, and I have a lewd parrot emote that would probably be getting spammed right now. All right, so this dungeon, like I said, this is probably my favorite one, in all honesty. When you have to kill stuff, it's usually more often than not everything in the room. Like in the case there, I had to kill that specific red bat to open the door. And now here we get our first trap, which is the blocks are falling. And in practice today, I forgot to actually hit that switch up there first, and got myself stuck and died. Thankfully, I didn't do that this time. Now we've got arrows from the walls, which is kind of cool. So like I said, I like this because it's a lot of avoiding traps and stuff. And then like this thing here. Not so much about killing things, you know. And this room's just got full of pits, or full of like invisible pits that bring us down here. And then this is the only way to get through without falling into a pit, is to go to that one, kill this guy, and then walk through this wall here. And then this bat opens the wall, so we can avoid the snakes completely. This is just another room where the blocks all fall.
Hey guys. Hi.
And we're loud again. Okay. So bowling ball. Bowling ball is instant death if it touches you. So don't let it touch you. That's why we can duck into these little cubbies here so it can't hit us. Hey look, it's mirrors. What do you think is going to happen here?
We'll see you in about 20.
So in this next room here, we have skeletal whiz robes, but thankfully it is not a requirement that we actually do anything about them to get through the room, so we don't. Hey, we got a rod again. So obviously that's going to come into play at some point here. You might be wondering why I grabbed the mirrors anyway, or at all, if I was just skipping the people in that room. I'm going to need them later. And getting them there means I don't have to get them at the next spot later, and it saves me time there. So here, the game kind of tricks you because it makes you think it's like the descending blocks, and it's not. So I always, like, every once in a while, well, I shouldn't say always, but every once in a while we'll stop there for a second thinking I'm going to have to wait on blocks to fall underwater, and they don't. Here, I'm just going to damage boost through these because I'll be getting a bunch of hearts in the next couple of rooms. That way I don't have to try and line them up and jump over them, and yeah. Now we've got spikes that come up out of the ground. And see, just like that, we're back at full health. And now this one, so the red bowling ball is the dick bowling ball. This one just kind of like rolls around and follows you, but you can hit it and it'll stop for a minute, which is the best. So here is where we could get the mirrors again, but we don't need to because we already have them. So we're going to go ahead and get them ready because we are going to have to kill some skeletal wizrobes in here. And Chapter 5 dungeon in the books. As soon as we walk through a couple walls here. Alright. And that's Chapter 5. Alright, so people, if there's any people in chat that are from that follow me and are in my chat generally when I play this, it's time for God Save the Urn. Give that salute to the ship before it dies. There'll probably be some salutes in chat, hopefully, at some point here pretty soon, once this actually catches up. I can probably count on Tappers for the salute. I know he was in chat before I started. Alright, like I said, Chapter 5 in the books. Now we go on to Chapter 6. Chapter 6 is a pretty cool chapter. It's 2 dungeons, they're both pretty intense, and they bring up some new mechanics as well. Chapter 6 is also where we locate Dr. Jones. Ooh, spoilers. So this has a lot of the... This area has a lot of the tunnels that go through land and things like that. So we'll be doing some of that. It's got a lot of submerge points that take you places you don't need to go. This is probably, if people got here, you could probably easily get lost here when you were playing casually back in the day. I don't even remember if I ever got this far when I was a kid. And if I did, I'm pretty sure I got lost here. Actually, yes, I did get here as a kid now that I think about it. Because I remember this area of all these submerge points when this is the only one that takes you where you need to go. But it's, yeah, this is quite the maze of a chapter. If you don't know where you're going. And also what we're going to do is we're going to limit dialogue because we're getting to the point now where we're finding his Dr. J's signal, and Rob the robot's going to go nuts like this. Signal detected and give me directions. So I'm going to go in a certain path where I avoid as many of the times of him saying things as possible to gain some heat speed here. So 1 east and then signal stop, so we dive. A mechanic that only gets used at this point in the game, subsea underwater, like driving subsea underwater for once. And now a longer section of probably some of my favorite music in the game coming up here, which is this music. We saw this in the shrine in the last chapter, but we didn't get to enjoy it as much. There's a little more walking around in this section with this music, so we'll get to hear more of it later after we do the first dungeon. So here's the first dungeon for Chapter 6, where we get to the, I don't know what you call it, but it allows us to jump 2 squares instead of 1, which is going to be super handy for this dungeon. Now we're back to shooting star territory, which is good because we got some mummies to kill. So in this room, you only have to kill the pink mummies to progress. So that's what we're going to do. And I got a pretty good mummy pattern there. And in this room, in order to progress, we got to kill all the Octoroks. So We're going to do that. We're going to get that item so we can jump 2 blocks. So here, oh, I got him on the first try. Sometimes, for whatever reason, throwing the shooting star across that gap to hit that one on the right there doesn't always hit it on the first try. So you have to keep kind of spamming until it hits it. And then we like to, us in the StarTropics community like to call this the Congo line. The Congo line of pink mummies here. Where are you going? There we go. And I believe I'm at Turboss, who is basically a reskin of Octo the Huge, pretty much. The boss fight is exactly the same. Only we have the shooting star, and we don't have any. But I got it the 1 cycle on him, which is good. But we don't have the snowman to keep him in place. So if you don't have the shooting star there, it's guaranteed you're getting a 2 or 3 cycle on him. But he cooperated today, so that's good. Coming this way? No? No? Okay. Now this room, it shows you that there's 1 spot you can walk through the wall, but it doesn't show you the other 2, which is awesome. But I think it's just to get you through the wall in 1 spot to let you see that there might be 2 other spots you can walk through the wall in. So we open the wall there, we get this. We trigger that, come down here to trigger that, so we can see. We get the baseball weapon, which is going to come in handy later. Now we come in here for the most OP weapon in the game, the spike shoes, as you can see. Super OP. And that is not the last time I'll be using them in this dungeon. Oh, I'm holding down, thanks. That was weird. I was holding down and it didn't do anything. It was just jumping in place. GG controls, GG. Alright, we're gonna get the cleats ready for mummy room here. And then we're going to continue to use the cleats in this room just to get rid of the snakes real quick. And now we're going to arm the baseball, because the baseball is what kills this boss, Broken Joe. We kind of refer to him as Obama also, I guess because of the face, I don't know. So we say thanks Obama when he doesn't behave. Ah, he didn't give me a good pattern. He is actually not doing the good. I'm getting bad RNG off of him here for sure. Oh my god, this is terrible RNG. Wow, he is giving me the worst of RNGs. There we go. Yeah. He has a pattern where he spits 2 of those snake things and then leaves his mouth open for a while so you can spam the baseball at him. And he didn't do that until that last time when it didn't matter. So that was awesome of him. Now we get a little bit of a longer walk here and get to hear the awesome music in this place. Well, I hope that RNG is not a taste of things to come with the last chapter. I've been getting a lot of bad RNG in the last chapter lately. So what is this big rock? It has holes in it. Maybe it's a really crappy bowling ball, I don't know. Alright, chapter 6-2. This is the second dungeon of the game, of this chapter. And like the trolley dungeon it is, you walk through the wall over here with no indication that you can even do it. Otherwise, if you go up, it's just eventually a dead end. Which is amazing. Oh, bad, you troll. Right here we get introduced to the ninja star weapon or whatever. If you throw 2 and then you hit the button again and they break apart, they split apart and go to the sides, it's pretty neat. It's a good way to kill stuff like this real quick. Like that. Nah, I missed him, whatever. Alright. So normally, like, the world record holder kills these guys with those two on the right with the star thing. I'm not good at it, so I just kill them with the shooting star for now. Alright. So we're coming up on, there's 2 mini bosses in this board before the final boss. And the first one is, stupid thing. I tried to walk through and it didn't work. It's called a clay doll, and it's this thing right here. If it bodies you, it's instant death. And that was pretty close. I'm gonna go ahead and take those hearts for safety. Alright, and these guys, you can't hit them until they appear like that. So it's a little bit slow to get through these rooms. Oops. Ah, crap.
Excuse me one moment. Anyone who signed up for the Guilty Gear exit tournament, it's going to be starting in about 5 or 10 minutes down the hall in the show room.
Now there's 2 of them in this room, so you kind of have to. And they come out. There's 4 of them, but crap. The way they come out is kind of hard to deal with sometimes. So this was kind of a suboptimal room, but whatever. Normally I don't go for any of the hearts in here, but due to the fact that I took more damage than I wanted to there, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Alright. I'd rather be safe this marathon and not take more damage than necessary, or leave myself without enough hearts or whatever. So, here's a potion, which we probably won't use. Come on, really? I'm holding down. Whatever. So here's the next mini-boss. It's 2 clay dolls. And they're done, which is good. Not a bad room. We're going to sub-hour this chapter, which is good. So now we're at the real boss, which is these 2. And they're not actually shooting. They didn't even shoot at me. Wow, except for the first time. That's pretty rare. That was a really nice, quick fight. I like it. So Chapter 6 deathless, which is good. So I only still have the 2 deaths on Chapter 3.
We're still looking for Bayless and Waldo for Smash Brothers Losers Bracket.
Apparently they're looking for some guys for Smash Brothers.
Okay, we have one of them. Still looking for Bayless. We have Bayless. Thank you.
I was gonna say maybe they were too involved in the dank memes, and they weren't around. I don't know. So enjoy the music, enjoy the fat beats behind us too, and hey, it's Dr. Jones. You act like you've never seen him before. It's like you're speechless. He looks so much like your father. It's like, what, have you never seen this guy before? He's your uncle. And then, so he tells you about these cubes that he found, and then the aliens wanted them, and they kidnapped him to steal them back. And now he's like, hey, will you go get them back for me? Because, you know, you're the kid and I'm an adult. Once again. So, off to Chapter 7 we go. Chapter 7, so the first dungeon in Chapter 7 has what we, in the StarTropics community, unlovingly refer to as the bottleneck. The bottleneck is the killer of runs. And it's this late in the game, which is annoying. I've actually been doing a lot of practice on Bottleneck this weekend to hopefully mitigate that, and I've been doing pretty well, so let's see what happens. Bottleneck is just a very small area with a lot of enemies that do a lot of damage. So So now we get introduced to the 4-heart upgrade there. And enjoy this music. I think it's pretty tight too. So what we do is we try and get the quickest way down to the end of this dungeon as possible. So we skip a lot of good stuff, which makes this part really hard. And now here we are at the bottleneck, and you'll see why I hate it in about a second here. All right. Oh, this could be bad. I might die here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die here. Whoa, yeah. If I hadn't jumped down, I actually might have made it. But that's why this part sucks. Alright, he gave me an extra heart. That might help out a little bit. Alright, let's try bottleneck. Take 2. And yeah, that guy was shooting super fast. See, when they body you, though, it... Oh no, I didn't jump down. My controller screwed me again. There's no... If I can get through this with 1 heart... No, not when they both come right there. If I'd only had one of them spawn down there at my level, it might have worked, but... Alright, hopefully this time will be the charm, because this is my last guy and game over, and I have to start right here again, so it's not that big of a deal, but... Oh, that guy. So, honestly, move! Holy crap! Okay, that's it. I was trying to kill him so that he wouldn't be able to shoot me while I was walking, but that ended up screwing me in the long run.
Attention!
And this is what 7-1 does to people.
We are currently running around trying to grab everybody's attention because we're going to start doing the raffle prizes. We're going to start off with
raffle
large
prizes.
item ones. So I'm going to give everybody a couple minutes.
Oh, that troll!
Go ahead and get started with that.
Well,
clap, clap. Thank you. So how is it going to work for the large prizes? Hopefully you guys are here. If not, and you left me your information, I am going to try and meet up with them. So the small prizes we're going to give away to
jump down!
The large prizes, they might not physically.
Oh my god, well, alright, so I got through with the shooting star, and that's really what counts. Because then I can kill these guys pretty easily.
Alright, I'm just going to give everybody a couple more minutes while we get everything situated.
Alright, we're good. We're done. We're good. The rest of this level is pretty free, so Alright, good. And that's 7-1. In all its crappy bottleneck glory. And this is pretty good music too, I think. And we got our first cube. How about that? So apparently the aliens were so hard up to get these back that they just left them laying around their ship like that. And now I've got the supernova, which is the best yo-yo upgrade. Requires 12 hearts to use.
If you've never seen them live, it is worth going.
So 7-2, this dungeon's longer, but it's not as punishing as 7-1 is, because there's no bottleneck as an example. I'm going to go ahead and get those for safety.
Okay, what? It's 2 weeks, not 2
Now,
months.
so the supernova reaches across the whole screen, which is really nice too. So it makes this stage a lot easier.
So badge number 503.
So we can just, from the comfort of our safety back there, we can kill that green guy.
Some people wrote down badge numbers. Woo! Congratulations! Can I find? Perfect. Some claps for
And
the
also, there's a
winner.
quick kill on this boss that's pretty tough, but I can do it. So we're gonna see if I can get it.
If you don't like the spiel when I give you your ticket, how it's gonna work is if you didn't win out of the big prize
All
at
right.
the end of drawing,
I'm gonna go ahead and get these to get back my supernova.
Bin, and you can go from there.
And then,
so let's move
we'll
on
progress
to the
here.
next one, where we have the Silverstone PS11 PC case.
All right, guys, stop being trolls. Really? Really?
We have Julie Olsen. Is
There we
Julie
go.
Olsen here?
I didn't mean to actually hit that. I was trying to hit the white flying thing, not the wall to waste time. So these are what I like to call the steroids. They temporarily fill your health meter all the way up, regardless of whether you have it or not.
So,
And if you don't have it, it'll periodically take away your hearts until you're at maximum, what your maximum is for what you normally have. Which for me is right there. So now I have full hearts again, as normal.
Don't drop it.
All right. These guys do quite a bit of damage. And I didn't notice he was right there. Silly me. I'm going to let... There we go. Okay. Trying to take it a little bit safe here because this is a marathon.
Well, all this one says is Dan on it, but the other side of the ticket is 474-1167.
Now we've got this spreader
If
ray gun,
Dan
which is
is
pretty
not
nice.
present, we are going to
What
draw
we'll
a
use on
different
him.
one. I have no contact information for Dan.
Alright, so we want to have 2 shots of it, so I wasted a shot to do the quick kill on the boss easier. I'm going to go ahead and grab... Well, I was going to go ahead and grab these. There we go. Just to be safe, because this section can be a little bit trolly with these red guys flying around. And I'm going to wait that one out just to be safe. I don't want to fall in and die. Alright, so we're good. We're up. The next room is the boss. And those things do a ton of damage, so you want to avoid them, those red spots. Okay, here's the boss. So you do one shot, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I may have messed it up. Yeah, I messed it up. Alright, whatever. Alright, he's done. Bye-bye. Wasn't the quick kill, but it wasn't too bad.
Alright, we're going to do the Silverstone PC case, the Sugo. Can't get too close to these speakers. Ooh, ah.
Now time for the overly long maze-like hallways. The annoyingly unnecessary mazes. We're at the end here.
All right.
And it's like, hey, let's throw about 25,000 different wrong ways at you.
Gmail.com. The ticket number is 474-1270.
But that's actually the last dungeon for this chapter, which is nice.
Here?
So it's just a walk to the second cube. So just so you know, Tony, we stopped timer on this with the last boss kill, even though it may or may not be the last input I do, because there's a glitch that happens. Sometimes when you kill the last boss, it glitches straight into the ending. So we always just call time right there, regardless of whether we get the glitch or not. Yeah, I'll let you know. But if I don't get the glitch, we'll carry through the ending because it's neat. And there's the second cube. And I got here with full hearts, which is good because what that means is when I get my life level increased here, and it takes about a second to fill each heart, and it will fill all your hearts just to end the chapter and then start you off with 3, which is amazing. An amazing time waster.
we're trying for the heart and printing plushies. If you guys do not know who that is, it's from a comic book called The Awkward Yeti, and he's wonderful.
So we'll see. Is Zoda gonna troll me, or am I gonna potentially still PB? Because I think I might still be able to.
So for those of you who don't know, the butterfly,
which is crazy. I don't think I mean, it's gonna be tight, but maybe.
It's a big deal.
So this is final chapter.
We have Austin Hobbs.
This is where we get a mental image of Prime Invader Zoda, and then jam bananas in our ears. Boom, bananas in your ears. If you caught that. A little bit of scrolly text.
Nobody is here.
When nobody's
All right.
Try to contact them right now, and if they do not respond, we're going to run.
So here's the trolliest of the fights here. All right, so we got a face. You can only shoot him in the face, and you can only shoot him once per cycle of the face. But he can either randomly spawn his face or a hand, and it's completely random. So what we try and do is, obviously, the fewer hands, the better, and the better time save. So my PB right now, so that's 3 faces in a row. This is really good. My PB actually has 15 hands, which is ridiculous.
This is for the World of Warcraft.
I got none. Holy cow.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I got no hands. Wow.
5.
This could. Oh. I don't think it'll be PB just because of the how I got trolled with the bottleneck, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm not gonna PB. My PB is 1:11:55, and we're 30 seconds away from that.
And last but not least, the very
20 seconds away
last
from
large prize is going to be
So sorry, no PB today for here.
64 bundle.
But we still got Rescue Rangers. Maybe we can see a world record on stream, but I'm not going to even come close to guaranteeing that.
Elena, do you want to drop this one?
Okay, so falling in those things in this stage is frustrating because you don't die. You get thrown into like a pit, and then you come back out and you have to basically start the whole area over again. So
Alright.
give me good RNG. It looks like I'm going to get good RNG. I'm going to one cycle this engine core, which is good. Yep, one cycle engine core, which is freaking amazing. It's getting, now that I can't PB, it's giving me all the freaking amazing RNGs it can.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try
Which is awesome.
right now. So we might end up just doing a whole other reroll in just a couple minutes. So,
Alright, final boss time. Let's see, are we going to get the glitch? Are we going to get the glitch? I will know as soon as I engage him.
if we do a reroll,
So far, yes. We are going to get the glitch so far.
where you are, so we give you a prize.
Stop being a troll. Stop being a troll. So if he bodies you, it's instant death too. So you gotta really hope you don't get hit. So you gotta keep your eye on things. Come on, troll. Get back up here, troll. Troll, get back up here. Seriously? Get back up here, troll. Come on, are you kidding me, troll? Get up here. Wow, is he being the trolliest of trolls right now? Get up here. This is like, I can't say this never happens, but this is rare. Get up here. For freak's sake, get up here. Thank you. Oh, are we doing this now? Okay. So be ready on time, because once I kill him, it's it. I am going to get the glitch. Come on, get back up here. Oh, he bodied me! I didn't expect him to jump that quick. Oh. And we have to do the whole thing over again. Wow, this is actually... So there's the hands I was talking about. So I got one. It's two. And I'm going to still be way under my estimate, so it's not a big deal. But This is gonna probably be the worst time I've gotten in a long time though, which sucks. At 2 hands, that's pretty good. But I'm probably gonna get trolled by the damn engine core. Thankfully, this stage isn't particularly long, so it doesn't take that long to get there again. Alright, so he's in the way. You can't jump those. I always forget you can't jump those. I won't one-cycle the engine, though, but whatever. The only thing that sucks about the engine core, though, is like... Oh, it only gave me one of those? I wasn't expecting it to only give me one of those. Is it? Oh, I was going to say it heals itself when it closes a little bit. There we go. Thankfully, these guys actually drop a lot of items, like stars and hearts and stuff, if you need them. Okay, get over here. So far I'm getting the glitch again. Basically the glitch is like Zoda will basically vomit those little red things that were like coming after me in the previous screen. Zoda will vomit those. And if he vomits at least 2 of them during this fight, I don't get the glitch. If he does 0 to 1 of them, I do. And so while it's controllable, we just don't bother to try and force them because it's slow. Okay, so I actually am not gonna get the glitch now because he just did 2 of them. So I went from getting the glitch to not getting the glitch. Not getting the glitch is cool anyway because then you get to hear the cool ending music and get to see the ending and stuff like that. Because it skips like 90% of the ending if you get the glitch. And this time, sorry. Oh man, that's okay. That's underestimate by 12 minutes and change, but still, ugh, yuck. I got a 112 something earlier today, so we'll go ahead and walk through the ending since we got all this extra time, and then if I take more than 14 minutes on Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, it's going to be a bad run too. So the spaceship is starting to explode, and there's the last cube. And last cube.
But you also can.
And when did Mike learn to swim? Maybe the power of the 3rd cube? Let you swim for 6 seconds before you drown? There's a bit more ending. Like Deus Ex Dolphin here. Apparently the 3rd cube also randomly calls your dolphin buddy to rescue out in the middle of the ocean. So I will skip talking to like people in this town so that we can get to the ending. So we get back to Coral Cola, and as you probably saw the subseas back at Dr. J's lab. Babu made it back here somehow. Blame Babu for this bad run. And then we come in here and there's Uncle Steve. And everybody's like, yay, you did it. We did it, Reddit. And you've done it! And now we get to play Cubert. Cubert. And I'm sorry, this noise is really annoying, and I'm going to try and mash through it as much as I can. Come on, stop it already. There we go. And then we have kids that were in the cube. Like, I like the guy in the top left because he's like. And then the guy on the right side of Mika over here that looks like he's a vampire with fangs and stuff. I don't know. He's like. All right, and then they all go fishing or whatever, and we get this amazing ending music. And we get to zoom out of the sea island. All right, so that was StarTropics. Now, I'm still here to do Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, so we'll be swapping out carts for that. It felt like you put a brand new pin out in it.
Yeah, well, I bought it from someone who just put a brand new pin.
Oh, okay. Yay! First try. I like it. All right. All right, because I like Dale, we're going to be doing this Dale style. We'll let you check out the demo while we're getting set up for the name and stuff. So this is going to be all zones category or 100%, whichever you prefer. So you're going to enjoy getting to see me trolled by a few bosses with the massive RNG. Yes, this is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers and the power of Juju. Oh, it may not go to the demo because I went onto the Chipmunk select screen. Okay, cool. Absolutely. Hey, I can run any percent after this too. I mean, I don't care. All right, cool. Okay, this is the Rescue Rangers. All right, time starts in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this game goes pretty quick, so I'm going to probably be hard-pressed to explain everything. So the gist of this game is just keep moving, avoid enemies when possible, and if you can't, then kill them or damage boost through them. I jumped over that box to catch it on the left corner to maximize the usage of Zipper here. So if you just run into it like normal, you'd lose him about here and not kill that dog. So I just get him. I jump over the box to get it on the left side to kill that dog. So damage boosting in this game works basically like this. If you get hit, you go backwards. So the damage boosting is done by spinning around, and then so you get hit forward like that, like I did those 2 times there. So which makes it pretty precise because you have to turn your Chipmunk completely around in order to be boosted forward. So it can be a difficult thing to do in a tight spot. So I mean, what I always found was pretty interesting about this game is it's considering the kind of game it is, it's actually pretty technical. A lot of stuff. So there's no RNG on this boss. We just throw things at him, and I can't believe I got hit by that. All right, this is already going amazing. All right, there's the boss over. That was really bad. Okay. So I'm already doing amazing at this. So PB is already ripped, so is world record. All right, so now we're going to go to stage A. We don't do the stage in any percent. This is a big vertical climb tree thing here. And I take that damage boost on purpose just to get through, and that was not on purpose, but I can deal with it. Now we got to the boss here. It just means I have 1 hit for the boss, so I can't like tank a hit if I need to. and there was nothing I could do about that. That was why I didn't want to take that second hit in case I got stuck by feathers like that. But so Marathon Luck's already hitting me on this thing. Whatever. Stage C is another stage we don't do in any percent. This is probably my least favorite stage, and this is the one that ends my runs when I'm actually going for PB attempts and stuff. Because these kangaroos really suck. I have boost off of that one. Boost off of that to go through him. And then there's nothing I can do about that. And that's why I hate this stage. Because sometimes they don't throw them that fast and I can jump over it like that, but for some rhyme or reason sometimes they hit those tennis balls right away and there's nothing I can do to get around it. But the good news about the stage, no boss. So I'm hoping I'm not setting a trend where I die every stage, because this is getting ridiculous. Alright, so stage B. This is usually the second stage you do in any percent. Well, not usually. This is the second stage you do in any percent. Basically, it's got some cool tech to it here. The first thing is going to be right here in this next room, where I grab this box. And then so you have to turn these faucets off, but when I throw the box, it's like I hit the faucet again, which is kind of cool. It's just a little bit quicker than jumping up and down on those there. The ones that are at ground level, you can just walk back and forth on and it does it, which is nice and fast. So here we jump really high to manipulate that bug just to keep going instead of coming after us. You got these doppelgangers that turn into whichever chipmunk you are. And boss time. So this boss is an RNG heavy boss as well. It can come out anywhere out of like a couple of different areas. Oops, shoot. Man, I am really doing bad, but alright. I didn't die, how about that? Alright. So, I'm sorry for the performance. I promise I'm usually pretty good at this game. I actually have the third best time in this category. So, but it wouldn't look like it the way I'm playing. So, but this is one of those games where you reset a lot and complete a couple of runs. So, but considering you have the damage boosts in here, it's like I fly through a lot of this level with like 1 heart, which makes it really dangerous, as you saw when I died there in that one spot. So here I'm going to try and pick this box up and I did it without wasting any frames. It was an instant box pickup, and I jumped over the ball, which is probably the hardest trick in this freaking level. Okay, oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm going to have to do this. Sorry. I need the damage. I need to be able to damage boost, and I can't with 1 heart. So, there. So, improvise strats along the way. Alright, boss time. Let's see what pattern I get. Well, he's not giving me the good pattern. So the next stage, stage E, is another one we don't do in any percent. The boss is quite RNG heavy as well. The rest of the stage is pretty cut and dry. This also has 2 mechanics in this game that don't get... Okay, whatever. Also whatever, I jumped down, but... So, this stage has two mechanics that don't get used anywhere else in the game. It has a boat and a hammer. I apologize for all the deaths. This is kind of embarrassing for me. So there's the boat. It doesn't get used anywhere else in the game, just here. And then here's the hammer, which doesn't get used anywhere else in the game, so we can break this wall. And boost off of him. Alright, let's see what the troll catfish is going to do. Actually, he's not going to troll me. What? Now that's trolling me, because I shouldn't have been stunned from that, but whatever. I'm honestly not surprised at anything this game's doing to me anymore. Alright, stage F. This has two of the hardest damage boosts in the game. Let's see if I can do them. We call this Joka boosting because of Joka. That's another speedrunner. I missed it. So you had to boost off of those two metal balls, and I missed them. I missed the first one, so the second one's like whatever at this point. So I'll just back up strat and boost off of that one. And no boss in this stage either. Pretty nice. Alright, this stage has a couple of cool little jumps right here at the beginning. This one being right here. Pretty tight jump. And then these guys just jump over you, which is nice. So I'm going to grab this box for a little trick a speedrunner by the name of Kha'Zix found. And that is right here. If you kill this third antlion for whatever reason, there should be two bombs here, but there's only one, so it saves 20 frames. And the boss. Pretty easy boss. Just throw a ball at him. Done. No. Sorry. I just meant the boss is done because he's easy. Now, there's 3 more stages still. Stage H, this is probably one of my favorites. It's pretty technical. There's just a lot of quick jumps and stuff you gotta do. And actually, when I first started speedrunning this game, this was probably my least favorite stage because of all the tight jumps and stuff you have to do. But it's become one of my favorites because of it now, because I'm good at it, I guess. I don't know. So, true final boss of this game, ignored jump inputs. Like that.
I know I'm making this story up. This story has...
Hey, it worked that time.
I can do this speedrun right now.
I really wish I knew what that was. I mean, I guess it might be soda pop or something. I don't know. And no boss. Hey, it went up. How about that? Considering as much as I've been dying here, I kind of need them. Alright, so stage I. There's 2 spots where I want to get like that, where the box pickup is pretty much instantaneous. It's a pretty precise trick, just grabbing it at the right frame while you're in the air. A lot of times grabbing a box in the air doesn't cost frames, so that's what we try and do with some of those boxes. Throwing straight up doesn't cost frames either. So these pelicans, if you throw the box straight at their mouth, they'll actually catch it and spit it back out. I didn't get the instant box pickup there though. So you kind of got to aim a little bit low, and it's pretty forgiving about how low or how high up you actually do throw it. As long as you're not directly in front of the mouth, it's pretty forgiving. Alright, so the boss, you can 2-cycle this boss. It's pretty precise. And I think I got it. So that's the first cycle. Getting 3 hits in 1 cycle is really tough. It's a pretty precise trick. Alright, so this is the last stage. Best music in the game in my opinion, so soak it up, enjoy it. I'm probably not going to talk a whole lot through this because it's a pretty tough level. That's a pretty tough jump right there that I just did over that weasel. Alright, Fat Cat, let's see if he trolls me or not. So basically that's the troll pattern. Wow, that's the troll pattern there. I almost had him. And he's giving me the troll pattern initially, huh? Time. 15:07 is terrible. My PB is 13:13, or 13:15 rather, by the way. But that's Chippendale Rescue Rangers and StarTropics. If you follow me, I promise I'll probably have better runs than this. Thanks for watching, everybody. I guess Mega Man X is up next, so enjoy that. It's a good